Welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back.
We back with another video for you. Man, we told y'all we were going to be bringing it to these blue chairs.
We're in the blue chairs today.
So these blue chairs are where we have marital discussions.
Not even just marital, it could be just life discussions. Just
husband and wife discussions. Like we converse in the blue chairs.
we converse. And what were we just talking about?
What it's like to be with an older dude.
Yeah, our age difference. So if y'all don't know, Greg is 8 years my senior.
I'm actually 7 right now because she just turned 32 and I'm only 39 and I won't be 40 until November. But we have I'm in 80s.
You were born in 80 and I was born in 88.
Yeah.
That's 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. That's a big difference.
And when we first started dating, I was 23.
And
I was a young kinderoni.
I was 31 and I have been through some stuff. I have been through some serious, long-term relationships, and you were.
I had not. I was young and I was out there. And
She was vibrant, clubbing.
I was just doing things. I was in situations and entanglements.
Entanglement. Oh my God. What a word.
Right.
Yeah, but so I think that I kind of knew what I wanted by the time I was 31. Being in those past situations, kind of just let me know that I was ready to settle down and be a husband, be a father, and those previous relationships weren't it, But with you, I don't know if necessarily that is where your mentality was.
And I don't think it was, honestly. I knew that when I met you that I really liked you and I wanted to be with you, but in my mind I wasn't thinking, oh, this is gonna be my husband. I didn't really have any expectations.
Yeah.
I just knew that I really liked you. It was a different feeling than what I had with other people. And
that's what I was gonna say. Is it because did you not have expectations because of previous situations? Have probably I don't want to say let you down, but didn't provide what you needed or weren't what you expected. So you kind of came into this with I'm just gonna see what happens.
Probably so. I had situations, and it might have been somebody who I felt like I was really into, and maybe it wasn't reciprocated. So with you it was it was reciprocal.
Yeah.
But I still didn't want to put any too much expectations on it. I really had no idea that this is where we would be at this point.
Yeah, and see my thing was totally different. I knew I really liked you. And I had already knew that I was not getting into another serious relationship unless we could go the whole way.
Right.
Because like I said, I was with somebody for 11 years, and it just was 11 years. I don't want to say wasted.
Not wasted, because it was
it taught me. Yeah. Really. And I think a lot of my previous situations made me who I am for you. I seen what I did to those women and how because I was bad. I was a cheater. I've never been in a relationship that I didn't cheat on somebody until I got with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I talk to people crazy, screaming matches, you dumb, you stupid, you know what I'm saying? And so I learned from all of that you can't really say that you love someone if you do things that are opposite of what love is.
Mm-hmm. And that goes back to the point of your maturity level. And we were in different
phases of life.
Even though we were kind of in the same, like we were both looking for something.
Yeah.
But we were coming at it from different perspectives. Because like I was 23, I still wanted to be in the club and drinking and partying with my friends. And
I had already did that. And I was kind of scared of that. Like, I was just like, man, just because I think there are certain things that I guess like what you're saying with me being older, like I think there are certain like levels that I went through and that I seen, just like there's certain things that I don't think you can do and be in a monogamous committed relationship. Like you can't go to the club. Not that you can't go to the club, but like I don't think that you can, as a person in a relationship, you shouldn't want to go to the club every single weekend.
You can't put yourself in situations where you're going to be tempted to do something that you might regret doing. And I mean, the club is full of temptation and situations that can be compromising.
It's full of the devil, people.
Devil.
So I don't want to be dramatic and say that the devil is in the club, but I do think that when you are in a space to where you're trying to live the right way, right? So let's just take me for instance, right? Like I've never been one to like frequent the strip club. So like if I have friends or a friend who like cheats on their woman or like wants to always go to the strip club, like I'm not gonna hang around with that person because I value our relationship. Like I value what we have, and I just think, just like you said, temptation can creep in, and I always liken it to like a thief, like coming to steal away your goods. You know what I mean? I could say that that's the devil.
What's the analogy you always use? Like if somebody's at the door
it's like
and you
a
just
burglar.
you crack it open.
Yeah, they're gonna. So like if someone is trying to break into your house and they're banging at your door, you're not gonna open the door. You keep your door closed and bolted locked. Like if you open the door, then they might be able to like wedge their foot into the door and push in. So to me, like the club, like any type of temptation that goes against our bond, our union, is that thief trying to break into my house, and I can't let them in. It's padlocked. They can't get in.
We got a guard dog. We got pistols. You ain't getting up in here.
But like, so I know a lot of guys like barbershop talk. Guys will be like, you can get with a young girl and you can take her mind, or you could like mold her to be what you want her to be.
Do you feel like that's what happened? That you took my mind?
No, and see, that's what I was bringing. That's why I'm bringing this up, because I really feel like even though relationally, you said you didn't really have like relationship experience like that, I feel like how you were mentally, you were advanced to be 23. Like I was like, before I got with you, like I was messing around a little bit. So like I had some young chicks, you know what I'm saying? And like not mentally because I talk, like I like to converse, like I like to have like.
Really? I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Everybody, my classroom report card, I always said talkative. But anyway, I always like to have conversation, and if like I was talking to someone and they couldn't keep up with me conversationally, it was boring to me. It was boring. Like I was just like, I can't get into you because what else can you offer me? And I think sex is a big thing in relationships, but like when you're not having sex, can you talk to a person? Can we be friends? Like what happens if I got into a bad accident and something happened to me and I couldn't have sex no more? Like, could you still be stimulated from my conversation? And I always think that even dating back to our first date, our second date, I was just like, come over, let me cook for you. I promise I won't try to have sex with you. I just want you to come over. I'm going to make a great dinner for you. And you came and you trusted me, and we did not have sex, but we stayed up that whole night. And we talked until like 7:30 in the morning.
And then I had to go to class. Did I go to class?
No, and I was so mad because I still went to class and you didn't go. That let me know that you were like mature beyond your years. Like you, even though you were 23, like you had like a good head on you.
When I look back though, being 32 now and 23 then, like I don't really know. Because I see other 23-year-olds and like 23 is young.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you're still a baby kind of. Like your cognitive brain doesn't fully develop until you're like 25, right? Yeah. So I was like right at that cusp, and like there were still things that I didn't understand when you would say it to me initially. I felt like you were just like being like a jealous boyfriend. Like I wanted to go to the club, and like Halloween was like a big thing for me and my best friend at the time. And like, what do young girls do for Halloween? They dress up in half naked costumes, and that's what I wanted to do. But it wasn't appropriate being in a relationship, and that's something that I had to learn. Like I had to have that experience and learn what was appropriate and what was not when you're in a grown person relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad that you didn't accept those things, because if you did, like, what would that say about you as a man? If you're like comfortable with your woman being out without you half naked around other men, what would that say about you and how you really feel about me?
Yeah. So I think I'm just happy that you were, I mean, in the moment, I think you were unhappy about like some of the things that like that situation, like the Halloween situation. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I think you're like the outcome of that situation showed me your maturity level, because like instead of like bucking and still just going to the club without me with the half nakedness outfit on, mm-hmm. you opted to bring me with you, which was like, I don't care if you got your boobies out or if you got your legs out and I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no dude just about to disrespect me, mm-hmm. and say something to you. But it was just different. So like I think you allowing me to come with you in that instance proved to me like, yo, she's really down for me. Like she would alter her whole Halloween ritual for me, and we were still new, mm-hmm. you know? So I do think
it's because I loved you. Because I love you.
I love you. But you know what? I do think that when people say, you know, how do you know that she was the one, or how do I know that I was the one, and all of that? I just think it's like God's timing, because like we were both in places. Mm-hmm. Like where'd you say you were? You were in a place.
I mean, I wasn't even looking for anything at that time. Like I had stopped dealing with somebody who I like really thought that I was into, but it wasn't reciprocated, and so I was just like whatever. I wasn't looking for anything, and yeah. I mean,
and I had just come off of like an 11-year crazy relationship. So I was just sowing my royal oats.
But I mean, you were right under my nose the whole time. Like you were in my class, and I wasn't even thinking about you in that way.
Yeah. I mean, I was checking for you. I was looking at you because you were so fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I see you in my class. I'm like, who is this little young girl? But like, I just think it, like I said, I just think it was really timing. Like God put us together at the right time, and the places that we were in at that moment led to where we are today.
Yeah, so even though we had stumbling blocks, I still feel like it was easy in the sense that we both knew that this is what we wanted, so we were willing to do the work and willing to make whatever changes we needed to make in order to make the relationship work.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think, you know, dating a younger woman was the best. You're like the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, so I mean, I
always knew I would end up with an older man because, like, just look at the people who I crush on. Like, you could have been even older. You could have been like, and you still would have been sad.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Man. But yeah, man, we're gonna have so many more of these blue chair conversations, man. I mean, y'all just gotta tune in, man.
Drop down in the comments and let us know, like, what you want to see from us. Like, what is something that's on your mind that could be marriage related, family related, that you want to hear from us about?
And we'll talk about it. We'll record a special edition just for you, just to hone in and focus in on the questions that you want answered. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment on this video, share it, and we'll see you back for another episode of the Blue Chairs.